The Philadelphia Eagles decided to make a roster move right before training camp. But what does it mean? What's good, beautiful people? Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I'm your humble host, DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Craig James, cornerback for the Philadelphia Eagles, was recently released, and now that opens up a roster spot. The question is, what are the Eagles going to do with that roster spot? Now, the cornerback room, the DB room in general, was loaded with talent, loaded with players, and most of those players might not even see the light of the field. And we already know guys like Darius Slay, Avonte Maddox, James Bradbury, those guys are safe. But other guys like Zach McPherson, Tay Gowan, Kerry Vincent Jr., Josh Jobe, Mario Goodrich, Blackwell, Kevon Wallace. You still got guys like Marcus Epps and Anthony Harris and Jaquiski Tartt, who are the leading guys at the safety position. But all those guys, for the most part, are trying to compete for starting positions. You can make an argument that Marcus Epps and Jaquiski Tartt and Anthony Harris' spots aren't even guaranteed. But it begs the question: what are the Eagles trying to do with that roster spot? Are they going to bring in another DB? I'm not too sure about that. And if they are, is it Jessie Bates? I'm not one of those people who are really hype over the Jessie Bates rumors. I understand Jessie Bates is one of the more talented safeties in the NFL. He's arguably a top 5, top 6 safety in the NFL. You could probably debate it however you see fit. I'm not here to do that. But I just don't think Jessie Bates from the Bengals is a realistic trade option or trade target. I just don't really see it. I don't see Howie Roseman giving up a first-round pick for a safety. I know 9 times out of 10, the Cincinnati Bengals are going to want a first-round pick or second-round pick, a plethora of picks really for Jessie Bates, and that's just not going to happen. The asking price for Jessie Bates right now, 9 times out of 10, like I always say, is just too high. And yes, it's exciting to think about. It's exciting to talk about, but it's not a realistic option. What are they going to give up? Andre Dillard? Me personally, I don't think Andre Dillard makes sense for them. Why? Because of the simple fact that they made a lot of off-season acquisitions to bolster that offensive line. I can't really think of the names offhand, but I know for a fact the Cincinnati Bengals have signed at least 2 to 3 offensive linemen and drafted an offensive lineman as well. So they've done everything to really fortify that offensive line, and I just don't see them trading for a guy who's going to be due a contract when they're clearly not in the mood to trade or pay Jessie Bates. We all know the Cincinnati Bengals are one of the cheaper franchises in the NFL. And as a side note, I'll be honest, I don't think Joe Burrow or Jamar Chase are going to complete or finish their careers as a Cincinnati Bengal. I just don't think the Cincinnati Bengals will ever want to cut the check. They're one of the cheapest, one of the most frugal franchises in the NFL. They do not like paying players, and that's why players leave. You've seen it with guys like Carson Palmer. You know what I mean? So honestly, we'll see what happens with the Philadelphia Eagles when it comes to adding to the DB room, if that's what they choose to do, or maybe add to the defensive line, or maybe bringing in another offensive lineman. You never really know with the Eagles right now. There's a lot of talent on this team, and the Philadelphia Eagles are pretty much loaded at every position except for safety. So I'm looking forward to what the Eagles are going to do. Training camp is around the corner. I think it's about 7 days away, and I'm really excited. But make sure you guys comment below and tell me what you guys think. What do you guys think the Philadelphia Eagles are going to do with this extra roster spot? Where do you guys think Craig James will end up? Craig James is notoriously known for forcing that turnover in that Green Bay game, I think in 2020 or something like that, or 2019. I can't remember exactly what year it was, but Craig James has been on this team for a while. And I'm curious to see where he ends up. Where do you guys think he'll end up? Will he end up in the NFC East? Will he find a job in the AFC? Again, what do you guys think Howie Roseman is up to with this last roster spot? Do you guys think Jessie Bates is a realistic target? We all know how talented he is, but we got to take a step past that. Is he a realistic target? Does it make sense? Think about what the Cincinnati Bengals have already done this offseason and what they may ask for Jessie Bates. Comment below and tell me what you think. I'm your humble host, DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got charges to the game. One love, stay humble, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay hungry.